Hi, this is Rachel with the ESL Academy. I'm going to walk you through the application process for the ESL Academy. I assume most of you guys have decided that you would like to apply to our program. To do that, you need to go to our homepage, which is www.esl.ucdenver.edu. And when you get there, it should look like this. And you will click on our Apply Now button. Before you begin this process, you need to have a digital copy of your passport and a digital copy of your transcripts. Transcripts are the grades that you earned in either high school or college. If you do not give us these copies, your application is not complete, so you need to attach them. Alright, we'll click on the Apply Now button, and this just tells you where you can find more information about the program, but we want to apply, so we're going to go ahead. You need to enter your name exactly as it appears on the passport, so I actually need to include my middle name. Choose the term that works the best. Typically, it takes us at least 2 weeks to get through the application process with you, so you want to keep that in mind before you choose a term that starts very soon. How did you hear about the ESL Academy? Well, choose the option that fits where you heard about us, whether it was through a friend or a family member, whether you found us online, whether you attended a fair in your home country, or if you had already applied to CU Denver and somebody from CU Denver told you about us. Okay, we'd like to know if you plan on attending CU Denver. It is okay if you do not. It won't affect your admission to our program, but we do like to know if you want to go to the university. And then if you are planning on going, what kind of degree you want to get. So an undergraduate degree is a bachelor's degree, and that is for students who have only completed high school. A graduate degree is either a master's degree or a PhD. So you want to choose that if you already have a bachelor's degree. Choose your date of birth. And be careful to pick the month first. We do it a little differently in the United States. Choose a gender that works for you. We want to know if you are married for immigration purposes, especially if you plan on bringing your wife or husband or any children that you might have together with you to the United States. Type in the city that you were born in, and then the country of your birth, the country of your citizenship. These might be different. So the country of your citizenship is the country that gave you your passport. And then the country of your legal permanent residence. So that is where you currently live, which again might be different from the country that gave you your passport and the country where you were born. Type in what you do, right? Are you a student? Are you an instructor? Are you an engineer? Are you a banker? Type in your career. We'd like to know what you're currently doing. Be very careful to include a street address that matches the one that people put on your mail, right? Typically, that includes a house or apartment number, some kind of city or province, maybe both, and then of course, this country where you live. Again, choose the telephone number that works for you. Yours will look different because you have different country codes, different numbers. And then choose the email address that you check the most. Be very careful when you enter the email address, because if you do not enter it correctly, we cannot send you communications that we need to. The emails do not go through. If you want the I-20 to go to this address that you typed in, check yes. If you have a different address that you would like us to send it to, please include that address here. If you are a U.S. citizen and do not need an I-20, then you would check this third option. Okay. If you are currently outside the United States, which means you're in your home country or in a different country, anywhere besides the U.S., you will give us that information. We also would like to know if you have ever been inside the United States as a student on an F1 or J1 visa. If you're currently inside the United States, we would like to know what your current visa classification is, which school you are currently attending, and maybe a little more information about that program. Also, please include your I-94 number. Okay, so for me, I'm a U.S. citizen, so that's what I'm choosing. And I'm going to pretend that I came in January 1st, 2014. Okay, this is really important. This is where you attach your files. If you are already in the United States, please attach your I-20. But everybody needs to attach their passport and their transcript. Right? So you do that by saving that file somewhere digitally and uploading it. Okay? This program will accept PDF files, it will accept Word documents, it will accept JPEGs, and GIFs. So you have a lot of different file types that you can use. Make sure that you label it clearly, so that way you know what each document is. Alright, if you are planning on bringing your wife or husband and children with you, you need to tell us, okay? In fact, if you do plan on bringing them with you, it would be great if you could include their passports too, right? So you can keep adding as many documents as you need. There is really no limit as far as I know. So if you plan on bringing a spouse, which is a husband or a wife, and your children, please upload their passports too. Then you would give us their information. This city and country of birth is really important, especially if it is different from the country that issued them their passport. Okay, I'm going to say no. Alright, here we have some information about the estimated costs of attending the ESL Academy. I have a completed certification of financial resources form available on the website that you can look at. But this gives you the breakdown of the cost of tuition and fees per term. Living expenses are estimated. You do not pay the ESL Academy living expenses, but this is what we think it might cost for you to live in Denver for 8 weeks. Okay, so hopefully you say yes. And then when you are finished, you will click submit. Alright, so you're not done applying until you click submit. Okay, and you should see this thank you note. All right, so that is the application process for the ESL Academy. Again, if you have any questions about this, please contact us through our email, which is esl@ucdenver.edu. Thanks.